Quarantine Yoga. Today's class is all about flexibility, so if you've been trying to reach your toes and just can't quite do it yet, this class is for you. My best tip for increasing flexibility is practice. At first it can feel a bit demoralising when you're trying to do something and your body just doesn't seem to want to come along with you. But the more you practice, the more you're going to see results.
We're going to begin the practice in a comfortable seated position, the hands on the knees and the back straight. Taking a deep breath here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then we're inhaling, lifting the arms up, looking towards the fingers. Exhaling, the arms come back, binding the hands behind the back. Inhaling, lifting the chest, and then exhaling, taking the forehead down, and then extending the arms behind us. Taking a couple of breaths here and just noticing that stretch in your upper arms. Inhaling, coming all the way back up, bringing the hands onto the knees. Inhaling, we're bringing the chest forward, looking straight ahead. Exhaling, curving the back, moving with the breath. Inhaling, the chest comes forward. Exhaling, curving. This is really good for any tightness you might feel in the shoulders. Then from here, we're straightening out the left leg and we're bringing the right foot onto the left thigh. And we're just going to reach whatever we can, whether it's the leg or the foot, and we're going to lift that right arm up overhead, looking towards the fingers. Feeling that nice stretch along your side. We're coming into a twist now, so your left hand comes to the right knee, the right hand behind, inhaling, lengthening up, exhaling, twisting. Inhaling, coming back to center, straightening out the right leg, bringing the left foot onto the thigh, and then reaching for wherever you did before and extending that left arm up. Inhaling back to center, and then going for that twist again, straightening the back and using the torso as we twist to look behind us. Inhaling, coming all the way back to center, and then we're going to straighten our legs out on the long side of the mat. So we're practicing our forward bend now, and what we're going to do is we're going to have the knees bent, the stomach on the thighs, and we're taking hold of the outsides of the feet. And the idea for this is that we're going to keep the stomach on the thighs at all times, and we're going to try and just straighten out the legs a little bit more, only as much as your body is comfortable with, but this is the best way to do it because we want that bend to always come from the waist rather than the upper back. So extending the legs as much as you feel is comfortable for you, and just breathing here. Inhaling, looking straight ahead, and then we're coming up to standing at the front of the mat. Big toes touching, ankles slightly apart, legs engaged. Inhaling, lifting the arms up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, taking a halfway lift, looking straight ahead, planting the hands, stepping to plank, lowering ourselves down, inhaling, upward facing dog, exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting the right leg, we're bringing the foot to the top right corner of the mat, so both hands are on the inside. We're lowering down the left knee and untucking the left toes. This is lizard pose, we're just looking between the hands. We're then going to open that right leg out to the side, and if it's comfortable, come down onto our forearms. Wandering lizard. Inhaling, coming back up, bringing the leg back, so we're back in downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting the left leg, bringing it to the top left corner of the mat, just rocking backwards and forwards, and then lowering the right knee, untucking the right toes, looking between the hands. This is a really lovely hip opening stretch. Opening the leg out to the side, coming down onto the forearms, breathing here. You'll probably notice a bit of warmth in the hip. Here comes Mabel. And then coming back up, stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting the right leg, bringing the foot between the hands. The left foot drops to 45 degrees on the mat. We're straightening the right leg, binding the hands behind the back, then just bringing the chest forward, looking straight ahead or a little bit upwards. Inhaling, coming back up. Dropping that left knee down onto the mat, and we're straightening out the right leg. We're just coming for a bend over that straightened right leg. Inhaling, coming back up to downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg, taking the foot between the hands, back foot to 45 degrees, straightening that left leg, binding the hands behind the back, looking straight ahead, chest lifted. Feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. Bending the knee, dropping the right knee down, straightening out the right leg. Breathing here. Coming back up. We're turning both feet to the long side of the mat. The feet are parallel, hands come to the waist. We're folding forward, and we're just going to do the seaweed sway. So we're moving the hands from foot to foot. It's a really nice one. Coming back to center, the left hand comes down and we're lifting the right. Taking the right hand down, lifting the left. Both hands come down and we're going to take hold of the big toes. Inhaling, looking straight ahead. Exhaling, folding, bending the elbows. Trying to bring the head down. The more often that you repeat stretches like this, the more flexible you're going to become. It's as easy as that. Inhaling, looking straight ahead. Hands come to the waist, all the way up to standing. Stepping the feet together at the front of the mat. And then we're going to hop them, hip width distance apart. Inhaling, bringing the arms forward. And then we're coming down to take hold of the big toes. Inhaling, looking straight ahead. Exhaling, coming forward. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the head. We're going to bend the knees, bringing the stomach down onto the thighs like we did earlier. And then we're trying to keep the stomach on the thighs as we straighten out the legs a little bit more. Going to repeat this a few times, so bending and straightening. Again, bending the legs, keeping the stomach on the thighs, and then trying to straighten the legs out. Inhaling, looking straight ahead, hands come to the waist, all the way up to standing. And then it's time to come down to seated on the mat. We're going to come into a posture now called Marichyasana A. We want to extend the left leg away and bend the right knee, keeping a fist width distance between the foot and the thigh. From here, the right arm is coming as far forward as we can bring it, and then we're wrapping it around that right knee and trying to bind both hands together. The forehead comes down towards the left knee. Breathing here. If you can't get the bind, don't worry, you can just hug the leg with the arms. Inhaling, looking straight ahead. And now we're crossing that right leg over the left. We're drawing the knee in towards the body. The left arm comes across to the outside of the right knee, and then we're going for a twist. Inhaling back to center. We're going to stack that right knee on top of the left, bending the left leg underneath. We want the feet equidistant from one another. And we're just going to extend the arms forward. Bringing them over to the right side. Even further if you can, getting a good twist. Back to center and over to the left side. Returning to center, walking the hands in, and then we're going to do a cool twist. So we're coming up, turning to face the opposite direction, and then as we turn back to the front, we're bringing the right leg down first, and so now the left knee is stacked on top of the right. Feet should still be equidistant from the body, and we walk the arms forward. Over to the left side first this time. Center and then over to the right side. Back towards the body. Straightening the right leg, the left leg comes across, the right arm comes to the outside of the left knee, and we're going for that twist again. Inhaling, coming back to center, and now we're going back for Marichyasana A. So we want the left leg bent with a fist width distance between the two legs, bringing that left arm as forward as you can, wrapping it round the leg and trying to bring the hands together. And again, if this doesn't work for you, just hugging that leg and folding forward is fine. Inhaling, looking straight ahead, and now we're coming over to the long side of the mat. We're going to bend the legs and we're going to try and sit between the two legs. Obviously, this might be a bit uncomfortable for you, so if you want to use a cushion to prop your bum up, that's not a problem. From here, we're going to come into a back bend. So you have the option of bringing your hands just behind the feet and lifting the chest, or you can come all the way down onto your forearms, relaxing the head. And if you feel totally comfortable with this, you can come all the way to lying down. But this is only if there's no pinching sensation in your back. So whichever option you want to go for, just breathing here, trying to enjoy the posture. Then very slowly, we're going to come all the way back up. And we're just going to rest that back in extended child's pose. So the knees are apart, the big toes touching, the arms extending away. Coming all the way back up, and then we're going to lie down on the mat for a posture called Bananasana or banana pose. So for this, we want to bring the left foot to the bottom left corner of the mat, crossing the right ankle on top, your middle part over to the right side of the mat, the left hand to the top left corner of the mat, and you take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Sounds complicated, but basically you're making the shape of a banana. Then you're just going to breathe here. Now for the other side, we're going to bring the right hand to the top right corner of the mat, taking hold of the right wrist with the left hand, your middle part to the left side of the mat, the left foot crossing over the right ankle, both of them coming to the bottom right corner of the mat. And then we're bringing ourselves back to center, opening the legs to the width of the mat, arms by your sides with palms facing up, and we're just going to take a rest in Savasana. Thanks for watching and hope to see you again soon.